Hello everybody, it's Nick from About 6 Acres, and today we're going to talk about something very bittersweet. We're rehoming one of our animals that was born on the homestead.
I'm waiting for my friend to come because we are going to be rehoming Penny. Penny was the first chicken that hatched on our farm, and it was Creed's hatchling, part Easter egger, part silky, and we thought she was going to be a girl, obviously. That's why we named her Penny, but it turns out that she is a rooster, so she is actually a he, which happens a lot with chickens. If you're not familiar with chickens, it's really hard to tell their sex at the beginning, so it usually takes until they start developing rooster characteristics for you to realize that they are a boy, or until they start laying. It's just one of these things that it's not as easy to tell as just looking for their organ. And so that makes it really, really hard when you pick out meat. We've had Penny now since the end of July, and Penny has been an interesting one because we had also gotten some chicks for Phyllis, who's our other silky that went broody a little bit after Creed. And so we had gotten some chicks from Tractor Supply, which we knew that they were going to be girls. And Penny has hung out with them primarily, and that's been a good thing. Ryan tends to the older girls, and Penny has been tending to the younger girls. Lately, we've seen a pattern where Penny is starting to develop more mature urges, and he's been a lot on Creed, which is weird, right, when you think about it, because Creed was his mama. They're not related. We've noticed that he's starting to be a little bit more of a rooster and less of a companion to all the others, so it only made sense that with 14 girls, it only made sense to go ahead and keep just one rooster. And of course, for us, that's Ryan. We love Ryan. Ryan's been amazing for us. What's horrible is a friend of ours called us because her flock had been attacked and she lost her rooster. Her rooster died defending, which is exactly what a rooster is supposed to do. So that was a good thing. That the rooster was able to defend the flock, but it's a horrible thing because, number one, she lost her rooster, which she loved a lot, obviously, but then, you know, the whole flock has been left defenseless to some degree. So she asked if I had a rooster. We offered up Penny because Penny could probably handle a new flock on her own very, very well. So right now I'm just waiting for her to arrive so that we can say goodbye to Penny. So these are two of the teens that have been hanging out mostly with Penny. I have two other ones as well. These are two Isa Browns, which they're a hybrid. Ooh, they get so jumpy so easily. But today, because I isolated Penny while we wait, they've been hanging out with the older chickens, and you could see Ryan. They're not quite part of the big flock yet, but they kind of orbit around them. Here's another one of the teens right here. So they kind of orbit around the older chickens, which is great. They have their own flock dynamics, and that keeps them all in check, and it keeps them all safe. But I don't know how much will change when we give up Penny. They might integrate a little bit more, or it might stay the same and it'll be what it is. But they do all get along well inside of the coop at night. So it's really during the day that they kind of spread out and do their own things. And that's fine. Like, that's part of the dynamic of being a chicken. And my chickens, we have free-ranged from the start, so pretty much from the time that they were able to stay outside, we've allowed them to just roam the grounds. And it's only been lately that they've expanded, so they've started to go more towards the side of the house instead of where the goats are. They've also started to go into the woods a little bit, more the teens than the older ones. I want them to eat as much bugs and as much stuff as they can find, and I think in the woods they definitely will find that. Also, chickens are great at eating ticks, and I think they probably find a good source of food over there. And Penny's gonna do amazing as the head rooster, right?
Right.
Yeah, you wanted to be an alpha, and you get to be an alpha.
We're super excited that Penny gets to go to a new home and be the head rooster for a new flock. We're also sad because he was one of the first chickens hatched here on the homestead. But I think being a homesteader, you have to be okay with letting go of some animals. I know he's going to be loved. And with that, remember, you are awesome and you are loved. Thanks for watching.
I think they're gonna adjust just fine with Ryan at the helm again. You're a good rooster, Ryan. You're a good rooster.